You're walking through the bustling streets of New York City, surrounded by the towering skyscrapers and the endless energy of the city that never sleeps. The sounds of honking cars, chattering pedestrians, and wailing sirens fill the air as you weave in and out of the crowds. You're just another face in the sea of people, trying to get to your destination, lost in the rhythm of the city. But then suddenly everything changes. Chaos erupts as minions, those lovable but mischievous creatures from the Despicable Me franchise, start taking over the city. They're everywhere, swarming the streets, causing chaos and destruction in their wake. Their antics are a mix of adorable and terrifying, leaving you wondering what's going on. You watch in awe as the minions, led by their fearless leader Stuart, start to take control. They're not just causing trouble, they have a plan to kidnap the Statue of Liberty and use it as leverage to demand world domination. You can't believe what you're seeing. The Statue of Liberty, an iconic symbol of freedom and democracy, being taken over by a group of small, yellow, banana-loving creatures. The minions are using their signature tactics to outsmart the city's residents and authorities. They're sneaking into buildings, disabling security systems, and using their cunning and agility to evade capture. You're witnessing a coordinated effort, a well-planned operation that's leaving the city reeling. As you watch, the minions start to make their move on the Statue of Liberty. They're using specialized equipment to climb up the statue's pedestal, careful not to damage the historic landmark. You can feel the tension building as the city's residents realize what's happening. Panic is starting to set in, with people running in all directions, trying to get away from the chaos. The city's authorities are trying to respond, but the minions are one step ahead. They're using their advanced technology to disable the police and military, leaving them unable to respond effectively. It's a surreal scene with the minions running amok, causing destruction and mayhem wherever they go. You're caught up in the excitement, unsure of what to do. You're not sure if you should try to help the authorities or just get out of the way. The minions are a force to be reckoned with, and you don't want to get caught in the crossfire. But as you watch, you start to feel a sense of excitement and wonder. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and you're not going to let it pass you by. As the minions continue their mission, you start to notice the reactions of the city's residents. Some people are running for their lives, while others are trying to take photos and videos of the chaos. You see a group of tourists frozen in fear, unsure of what to do. You see a group of street performers, laughing and joking as they try to make the most of the situation. The city is in chaos, but amidst the destruction and mayhem, there's a sense of community and camaraderie. People are coming together, trying to make sense of what's happening and how to respond. You're a part of this community now, caught up in the excitement and uncertainty of the situation. As the minions make their way to the Statue of Liberty, you can feel the tension building. What will they do next? You're on the edge of your seat, unsure of what's going to happen next. The minions are just a few minutes away from achieving their goal. They're using their advanced technology to bypass the security systems and make their way to the statue's pedestal. You can feel the anticipation building as you wait to see what will happen next. And then, just as suddenly as it started, the chaos erupts into a frenzy of activity. The minions reach the pedestal and start to climb up, their little hands and feet moving rapidly as they make their way to the top. You're on the edge of your seat, watching in awe as the minions achieve their goal. But as they reach the top, something unexpected happens. The minions realize that they're not alone. A group of minion hunters, armed with advanced technology and determined to stop them, have arrived on the scene. The stage is set for a showdown, with the minions facing off against their arch-nemesis in a battle for control of the Statue of Liberty. The fate of the city hangs in the balance, as the minions and the minion hunters engage in an epic struggle. You're right in the middle of the action, unsure of what will happen next. Will the minions succeed in their mission, or will the minion hunters be able to stop them? The outcome is far from certain, and you're on the edge of your seat waiting to find out. The battle is intense, with both sides using all their skills and technology to outmaneuver each other. The minions are using their agility and cunning to evade the minion hunters, while the hunters are using their advanced equipment to try and disable them. You're caught up in the excitement, unsure of who will emerge victorious. As the battle rages on, you start to feel a sense of unease. What will happen to the city if the minions succeed in their mission? Will they use the Statue of Liberty as leverage to demand world domination, or will they try to use it for something else? You're not sure, but you know that the consequences will be far-reaching. The battle is reaching its climax, with both sides giving it their all. The minions are determined to succeed, while the minion hunters are equally determined to stop them. You're on the edge of your seat, unsure of what will happen next. And then, just as suddenly as it started, the battle is over. The minions have been defeated, and the minion hunters have emerged victorious. The Statue of Liberty is safe, and the city is no longer in danger of being taken over by the minions. But as you watch the minions being taken away, you start to feel a sense of sadness. These little creatures were just trying to achieve their goals, and they didn't deserve to be defeated. You can't help but feel a sense of sympathy for them. As they're led away in handcuffs, their dreams of world domination shattered. The city is safe, but the question remains. What's next for the minions? Will they be able to regroup and come back stronger than ever, or will they be defeated for good? The answer is far from certain, and you're left wondering what will happen next. As the city returns to normal, you're left to ponder the events that just transpired. The minions were defeated, but the city is still reeling from the effects of their takeover. You're left to wonder what could have been, and what the consequences of their actions will be. The fate of the city hangs in the balance, and you're left to wait and see what will happen next. You're walking through the bustling streets of New York City, and the sounds of chaos are getting louder. The city that never sleeps is on the verge of a nightmare. You've heard rumors of a group of mischievous creatures lurking in the shadows, but you never thought they'd be this close. Suddenly, you're face to face with the minions, their beady eyes gleaming with an otherworldly intelligence. They're not just any ordinary creatures. They're the masterminds behind the takeover. And their plan is nothing short of diabolical. You've stumbled upon a cryptic message scrawled on a subway wall, and it reads, "Statue of Liberty Giant Catapult World Domination." The minions are going to use the iconic landmark as a catapult to launch themselves into space and take over the world. You try to process this information, but your mind is racing with questions. How did they plan this? How did they manage to build a catapult in secret? And what's their ultimate goal? As you ponder these questions, you notice a group of minions gathered near Central Park. They're frantically working on something, and their excitement is palpable. You sneak closer, trying not to draw attention to yourself. The minions are building a massive catapult, its frame towering over the park's famous landmarks. It's a marvel of engineering, and you can't believe they managed to construct it without anyone noticing. The catapult's design is a masterpiece of simplicity and complexity, a testament to the minions' cunning and resourcefulness. As you observe the minions, you realize that this catapult is not just any ordinary machine. It's a game-changer, a device that could revolutionize space travel and propel the minions to new heights. The Statue of Liberty, once a symbol of freedom and democracy, is about to become a launchpad for the minions' intergalactic conquest. The minions are so focused on their work that they barely notice your presence. They're too busy making final adjustments to the catapult's mechanism. You watch in awe as they fine-tune the device, their hands moving with a precision that's almost robotic. This is a team of highly skilled engineers, working together to achieve a common goal. As you gaze upon the catapult, you feel a sense of trepidation wash over you. The minions are on the cusp of launching themselves into space, and the city's residents are about to face a catastrophic event. The city that never sleeps is on the brink of a nightmare, and you're not sure if anyone can stop the minions before it's too late. The minions are preparing for liftoff, and the city is holding its breath. The fate of New York City hangs in the balance, and you're not sure if anyone can prevent the minions from achieving their ultimate goal. The world is about to change forever, and the minions are ready to take their place as the supreme rulers of the universe. As the minions make their final preparations, you can't help but wonder what's next. Will the city's residents be able to stop them, or will the minions succeed in their plan? The clock is ticking, and the fate of the world is hanging in the balance. The minions are ready to launch, and the world is about to witness a spectacle that will be remembered for centuries to come. The minions are poised on the edge of greatness, and the city is about to witness a catastrophe that will change everything. The Statue of Liberty looms in the background, a giant sentinel waiting to unleash its fury upon the world. The minions are ready to take their place in history, and the world is about to witness a moment that will be etched in its collective memory forever. The city's residents are gathering, their faces filled with a mix of fear and determination. They know that the minions are about to launch themselves into space, and they're not sure if they can stop them. The clock is ticking, and the world is holding its breath. The fate of New York City hangs in the balance, and you're not sure if anyone can prevent the minions from achieving their ultimate goal. The minions are about to unleash their plan, and the world is about to witness a spectacle that will be remembered for centuries to come. The city is on the brink of disaster, and you're not sure if anyone can stop the minions before it's too late. The fate of the world hangs in the balance, and you're not sure if anyone can prevent the minions from achieving their ultimate goal. As the minions prepare to launch, the city's residents are getting ready to take action. They're gathering their strength, their courage, and their determination. They know that the minions are not invincible, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to stop them. The clock is ticking, and the world is holding its breath. The minions are about to unleash their plan, and the world is about to witness a spectacle that will be remembered for centuries to come. The city is on the brink of disaster, and you're not sure if anyone can stop the minions before it's too late. The fate of the world hangs in the balance, and you're not sure if anyone can prevent the minions from achieving their ultimate goal. As you watch the minions prepare for liftoff, you can't help but wonder what's next. Will the city's residents be able to stop them, or will the minions succeed in their plan? The clock is ticking, and the world is holding its breath. The fate of New York City hangs in the balance, and you're not sure if anyone can prevent the minions from achieving their ultimate goal. The minions are poised on the edge of greatness, and the city is about to witness a catastrophe that will change everything. The Statue of Liberty looms in the background, a giant sentinel waiting to unleash its fury upon the world. The minions are ready to take their place in history, and the world is about to witness a moment that will be etched in its collective memory forever. The city's residents are gathering, their faces filled with a mix of fear and determination. They know that the minions are about to launch themselves into space, and they're not sure if they can stop them. The clock is ticking, and the world is holding its breath. The fate of New York City hangs in the balance, and you're not sure if anyone can prevent the minions from achieving their ultimate goal. As the minions prepare to launch, the city's residents are getting ready to take action. They're gathering their strength, their courage, and their determination. They know that the minions are not invincible, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to stop them. The clock is ticking, and the world is holding its breath. The minions are about to unleash their plan, and the world is about to witness a spectacle that will be remembered for centuries to come. The city is on the brink of disaster, and you're not sure if anyone can stop the minions before it's too late. The minions have taken over, and their antics are pushing the city to the brink of madness. You've seen the news reports, the social media updates, and the eyewitness accounts, but nothing prepares you for the reality of living in a minion-dominated world. As you navigate the streets, you notice small groups of people trying to resist the minion takeover. They're not armed, but they're determined. They're using umbrellas to deflect the minions' favorite projectile, banana peels. The minions are relentless, but the resistance is creative. They're working together, sharing ideas, and adapting to the minions' tactics. One person in particular stands out, a young woman named Sarah. She's the driving force behind the resistance, and her passion is infectious. She's got a natural leadership quality that inspires others to follow her. You watch as she rallies the crowd, her voice ringing out above the din of the minions' laughter and screams. The resistance is using every trick in the book to outsmart the minions. They've built a giant slip and slide to slow them down, and it's working. The minions are slippery creatures, but they're not immune to a good old-fashioned slip and slide. As you watch, a group of minions try to cross the slide, but they end up sliding back down, their little feet waving in the air. The resistance is gaining momentum, and the minions are getting desperate. They're starting to get creative with their tactics, using everything from water balloons to confetti cannons to try and disrupt the resistance. But the resistance is adapting, using their wit and resourcefulness to stay one step ahead. As you continue to watch, You notice that the resistance is starting to attract attention from other parts of the city. People are beginning to see the minions for what they are: pesky, annoying creatures that need to be dealt with. The resistance is becoming a movement, and it's spreading fast. You can feel the energy building as the resistance grows. It's no longer just a small group of people trying to make a difference, it's a full-blown revolution. The minions are in for a surprise, and you can't help but feel a sense of excitement and anticipation. What will happen next? As the resistance continues to grow, the minions are getting more and more desperate. They're starting to use their most powerful tactic yet: a giant city block-sized banana cream pie. It's a massive gooey mess that's sure to slow down the resistance. But will it be enough to turn the tide of the battle? The resistance is undaunted, using everything from brooms to vacuum cleaners to try and clean up the mess. It's a messy, chaotic scene, but the resistance is determined to see it through. As you watch, a group of minions try to sneak past the resistance, but they're caught in the act. The resistance is closing in, and the minions are starting to get nervous. As the battle rages on, you can't help but feel a sense of pride and admiration for the resistance. They're fighting for their city, their homes, and their way of life. They're not giving up, even in the face of overwhelming odds. And as you watch, you realize that the resistance is not just fighting the minions. They're fighting for a chance to rebuild and restore their city to its former glory. The resistance is gaining momentum, and the minions are starting to falter. It's a turning point in the battle, and you can feel the excitement building. What will happen next? Will the resistance emerge victorious, or will the minions find a way to turn the tide? The outcome is far from certain, and you can't help but feel a sense of anticipation and suspense. The battle for New York City is far from over, and the outcome is anyone's guess. You're standing at the edge of the chaos, the sounds of the minions' mayhem growing louder with every passing second. The resistance has been fighting back, but it's clear that this is going to be the final showdown. The city is on the brink, and the Statue of Liberty is caught in the middle. They're armed to the teeth, and they're ready to take on the minions in an epic battle. The minions, on the other hand, are relying on their cunning and resourcefulness to outmaneuver the resistance. They're using everything from banana peels to giant slingshots to try and take down their opponents. As you watch, the Statue of Liberty looms large in the background, its copper surface gleaming in the sunlight. The minions' catapult is on the verge of launching, and you can feel the tension building. Will they manage to knock the statue off its pedestal, or will the resistance be able to stop them? But just as it seems like the battle is reaching its peak, something unexpected happens. The resistance discovers that the minions' leader, Stuart, has a soft spot for the Statue of Liberty. It turns out that he's been secretly admiring its grandeur for years, and he's not willing to see it damaged. In a surprising twist, Stuart emerges from the shadows, a look of determination on his face. He's willing to negotiate a peaceful resolution, and he's willing to listen to the resistance's demands. The resistance is caught off guard, but they're not about to pass up the opportunity to end the battle without bloodshed. You're on the edge of your seat as the negotiations begin. Will the resistance be able to come to an agreement with the minions, or will the battle continue? The fate of the city hangs in the balance, and you're not sure what's going to happen next. As you watch, the resistance and the minions engage in a tense conversation. They're discussing everything from the minions' demands for more bananas to the resistance's requests for a guaranteed minion-free zone in the city. It's a delicate dance, and one wrong move could spell disaster. But despite the risks, the negotiations seem to be going well. The resistance and the minions are finding common ground, and it looks like a peaceful resolution might actually be possible. You're holding your breath as the clock ticks down, wondering what the outcome is going to be. Will the resistance and the minions be able to come to an agreement, or will the battle continue? The fate of the city is on the line, and you're not sure what's going to happen next. The tension is building, and you're on the edge of your seat as the final showdown reaches its climax. As you wait with bated breath, you can't help but wonder what other surprises the minions have in store. Will they manage to outsmart the resistance, or will the resistance be able to outmaneuver them? The city is holding its breath, and you're not sure what's going to happen next. But one thing's for sure, The fate of the city is going to be decided in this final showdown. The Resistance and the Minions are on a collision course, and only one side can emerge victorious. The question is, which one will it be? As you walk through the streets of New York City, you can't help but notice the eerie silence that has fallen over the concrete jungle. The Minions, who just hours ago were wreaking havoc and causing chaos, are now standing idle, their antics temporarily on hold. The Resistance, who fought bravely to take back their city, are finally getting the recognition they deserve. And as you look around, you see the city's residents coming together, united in their determination to rebuild and recover. The Statue of Liberty, once a symbol of freedom and hope, now stands proudly back in its pedestal, a reminder of the city's resilience and strength. The Minions, who had torn it from its base just days ago, are now standing guard, their once mischievous grins replaced with looks of determination. They've come to a realization that their antics, while entertaining, were also causing harm to the very city they claim to love. As you watch the city's residents work together to rebuild, you see something truly remarkable. Neighbors who had never spoken before are now working side by side, sharing stories and laughter as they work to restore their community. The city's businesses, once shuttered and abandoned, are now reopening, their owners eager to serve their customers once more. But amidst all this chaos, you can't help but wonder what's next for the Minions. Will they continue to cause trouble, or have they finally learned their lesson? As you look out over the city, you see a glimmer of hope, a sign that maybe, just maybe, the Minions have finally found a new purpose. And as you watch the city return to normal, you're reminded of something, that even in the face of chaos and destruction, there is always hope for a better outcome. The story of the Minions' takeover serves as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always the potential for redemption and healing. So the next time you're in New York City, remember the Minions and the city's residents who came together to save the day. Remember the resilience and creativity that defined this city, and the bravery of those who fought to protect it. And as you look out over the city's towering skyscrapers, you can't help but wonder, what other adventures await the Minions and the residents of New York City? And that's a question for you. What do you think the Minions are planning next? Share your theories in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun and engaging content. And if you know someone who loves Minions in New York City, tag them in the comments. We'd love to hear from them. Share your theories in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun and engaging content. And if you know someone who loves Minions in New York City, tag them in the comments. We'd love to hear from them. And if you know someone who loves Minions in New York City, tag them in the comments. We'd love to hear from them.